welcome to How to Rat in a Super. Um, just gonna start with I'm nowhere near expert level yet in super ratting, but I don't do it for a living, let's say, ISK-wise. Just do it to get some extra ISK now and then. But without further ado, let's get started. So this is an Aeon, the Amar class super. I got a pretty nice skin on it, but it's mostly yellowish without the skin. Yeah, like that, boring. We can start with the fit actually. So what I have fit is 3 DDAs for more damage. I've seen fits with like the full rack of DDAs. I mean you do you, but I would advise not to do that, simply because that makes you a very easy target to kill. I also have a tracking link, so my fighters track better. I also have a navigation computer, so they move faster, and I have 3 support units up top, also to give more velocity and all that. Also a NSA, which you should have, and I mean if you don't have, fit one. Super ratting is a lot different from normal carry ratting. That is because supers do way more damage and they can use fighter bombers. Normal carriers can only use regular fighters, but a super can use both. So let's get started with ratting. First, make sure what type of rat you are killing. I myself will be killing Blood Raiders, so it's EM and Thermal, hence why their fighters are MR fighters. I guess you can, I guess you can tank accordingly, but since you're in a super, I mean they're not gonna really kill you in one shot anyway. But, let's get started. So start by activating the tracking link. And we're gonna go to a site. Also make sure you're in a fleet, so in case something happens you don't die horribly, and silent. A great thing here is also a ratting channel, which I will demonstrate in a moment. So here we have a bunch of sanctums actually. I do mostly sanctums in the super, just because I think they're easier to run. You can of course run like havens and shit. It's up to you really. Let's see. I usually pick the closest one, so this Blood Sanctum is 0.7 AUA. So look at the ID XGD. Has anyone typed XGD in here? I don't think so. Okay. XGD. Okay, so we have like claimed it, quote unquote. We have claimed the site. So we will warp to it, and yeah, let's start running the site. I usually warp to at 50, just because their optimal range is at 50. The heavy ones. Let's see. Also make sure you have a proper ratting overview. I like to have ships on there as well, just in case someone warps into a site. Make sure you're also, the sorting doesn't really matter as much. I guess the name maybe if you're going for like faction stuff. But yeah, it is actually a good one. This is a ring sanctum. Let's start by activating the NSA and actually lock up all this small first and launch the fighters. So you notice that I lock up the small ones first. That is because the small ones do they damage apply much more to our fighters than their battleships do. Also, pulse your regular fighters just one time so they're getting closer, because otherwise it's gonna take ages for them to move in. You can use rocket salvos, but if you really want to do the sights quick. So yeah, just keep killing these. They mostly one-shot them. And there are 5 different waves, let's say. So first is this wave that we already killed. This is the second wave. And here's the third wave. And the third wave is pretty far away from these fighters, so I would just pulse again here so they can catch up. You notice that it's a lot more micromanaging than normal carrier ratting. That's something to keep in mind. If you really want to, you can align to somewhere. It's highly encouraged. The reason because I don't do it is because I have an Intel channel on the second screen, so I can just see what's going on. Get it line anyway though. So, the fourth wave is pretty annoying. Here's where you might lose fighters unless you pay attention, and it's because of these bastards. These like to kill your fighters very much, but if you kill them fast enough, they won't really do anything. So always go for the small shit first and then focus on the next thing. Also doing what the fuck am I saying? This is the 5th wave. Sorry. During the 4th wave or the 5th wave, you can start aligning to your next target. Which I'm gonna go whatever. Lots of those. Oh, yeah, those happen. You can get escalations from sanctums. It's up to 50.
Warp drive active.
And type 000. But yeah, this is a 1010 escalation. So Blood Raiders 1010s usually sell for 80 million. And what I like to do, like after you have completed your ratting time, let's say, you can check how far away that 1010 spawned, And like if it's really safe and there's no one around, you can just skate your super to the site and bookmark it. And like put your bookmark in the fleet hanger, and then all can pick it up. It's quite complicated actually to sell escalations from a super, but you can do it. So to get some extra money when you're done. So this is a gas sanctum. So what I like to do also is I recall my fighters when I hit 500 meters per second or lower. At the meantime, we can start locking up the small shit. So gas sanctums usually takes longer to run. They have more rats though. So yeah, it's a bit. It's like yeah. I mean, you make the same amount of risk, I think. Whatever. You shouldn't really split like I do here. Like when all the small shit is dead, I usually focus 2 fighter squadrons on 1 battleship. Gets the job done quicker. There's a new wave. There's a ton of waves in this actually, so I usually don't count them. You will see why in a minute. Gonna line. You also notice that I don't really pulse because the waves usually spawn like not really close to each other. So it spawned here, gonna spawn here next I think, or maybe the next thing. I like to save up for when frigate spawns, so I can kill them fast. Saving the micro-warp drives for that. Like now actually, depending on how far away they are. They're pretty far away actually. And you notice that these are attacking my fighters because they're not having me locked yet, and now they're starting to attack me. These can sometimes one-shot these. Let's see, yeah, almost. The damage don't apply as much to the small targets. But yeah, this is mostly it. Just lock up your target and shoot them. Okay, so this wave is pretty dangerous actually. There's a lot of small shit. And they're far away as well. Also, if you for some reason don't have a super or a carrier and watching this video, what you can do is that you can ask those that are running sites if you can salvage after them, and that will actually get you a lot of ISK actually if you salvage everything. I'm just gonna do this. Oh, they're far away. They're very far away. But yeah, just ask like in the ratting channel or like convo them if it's okay. You can salvage after them. Usually it is, because I mean, it's I mean, I guess if you want to, you can fit a salvager. I don't think you can though, but if you can, yeah, go ahead and use, yeah. If you do that though, I mean, you will get left in alliance or something. Very far away. I think it's one more wave after this, unless this is the last wave. I'm not realigned. Perfect. That's the last wave, perfect. But yeah, that is it. Once you're done, just warp
Warp
to
drive
whatever
active.
you keep you super safe. And yeah. Awesome. If you have any questions, just leave them down in the comments and I will try to answer them to the best of my abilities. Yep. See you next time.